it was actually a nice wicket to bowl on early. It felt like the spikes were going in early, even before the toss. We said it won't be that bad of a thing if we can use a new ball if we do bowl first. I felt like there was a little bit of tackiness in the wicket in the first session, and very fortunate enough that we were able to exploit that as well. So that's all. I think it will be a good Test match wicket again. I think, as I said, I personally felt like the wicket was a little bit tacky in the morning, and therefore I was able to get a little bit of purchase, a little bit of spin and a little bit of bounce. So I think it'll be a good Test match wicket. It's up to us to play some decent cricket to make it a good Test wicket. Definitely. I think when the wicket's like that, I have to stick to my strengths, and my strength is spinning up the back of the ball and bowling like I would at home. I definitely went back to bowling the like I would in Australia, and personally that's just about adapting and using the facilities and what you're dealt with to your advantage. So I was pretty happy with the way the ball came out. It's all about bowling in partnerships and building pressure. I'm a massive one, especially here in the subcontinent, to bowl in partnerships, build pressure and try and go under 2 runs and over. I've said it over and over in time, and that's one of our things as a bowling group that we try and focus on, especially after losing the toss and bowling first on a day 1 wicket. You have to bowl tight, bowl in partnerships and build pressure the old-fashioned way. There's no secrets to it. If you can build some maidens on these guys, and hopefully we can put them under pressure and challenge their defence. That's the biggest one, and if we can do that, hopefully the cracks will open up and we can get a couple of breakthroughs like we were able to do that in the first session. But then you see the wicket dried out a little bit, and if I'm being brutally honest, I think we took our foot off their throat a little bit. And they fought back, and you have to give them credit. I thought Sarfraz and Farquhar on debut played a brilliant little partnership there in the middle sessions and put the pressure back on us as Australians. So I think you've got to give credit to where credit's due. So I thought they batted pretty well in the middle session. Look, if I'm being honest, looking back 4 years ago to now, I think personally I've learnt a lot about on the field and off the field about my bowling. I think I've got a lot more consistent. And I've figured out a way to bowl in the subcontinent, and that's going back to my way of, in my term, as bowling ugly in the subcontinent, and having the confidence and knowing that if you do that for long periods of time, you'll get results, whether that's you or personally or you make the other end. So I think, if I'm being honest, I think we're in a better place than what we were in 4 years ago. I thought our tactical here now, after our second tour here in Dubai, I think it's better than what it was, if I'm being brutally honest. No, not really. I'm never been one for personal success and personal goals. Or at least talking about them. But it's a massive honour to pass the likes of Brett Lee and Mitchell Johnson today. I know Mitch, I've played a lot of cricket with Mitch, and I know he's been like a big brother to me. So I know there'll be a bit of banter back and forth tonight on a few text messages and stuff. So I look forward to that. But I've been very fortunate enough to play 80 Test matches for Australia and to be in this position to take 314 wickets. Personally, it's a great achievement, and it's something that I'll look back when I retire from the game and sit back with family and friends and have a beer and talk about it. I know my mum and dad they'll be pretty proud, but right now it's about me doing my best for the Australian cricket team and winning Test matches for Australia. I think I can get better. I think I need to get better. I think I need my game to keep adapting and keep improving. I want to be the best version of myself. To answer your question, I think over the last 24 months, I think I've improved a lot of different small areas. I'm very confident with the way the ball's coming out of my hand, and I'll leave it at that. Don't want to give too many secrets away. Yeah, definitely. You see that with a lot of leg spinners. They've got different ways of taking wickets, but I thought the way Marnus has come on and has done his job for the Australian cricket side over the last 2 games with the ball. So I think he's an exciting young player. I've got big hopes for him and big raps on him. He's a lovely guy. I'm a big fan of him. So if he can keep improving the way he's bowling and try and keep bowling his best ball every ball, day in, day out, then I think he's got a big future. I actually think the pitch will hopefully be a good batting wicket on day 2 and day 3. Then I, like every wicket in the subcontinent, tends to have the tendencies to potentially break up and spin a lot more, and hopefully go up and down as well. So it's going to be a big challenge for our batting group tomorrow, but hopefully we can take on ball by ball, build partnerships, absorb the pressure, and really have a great day for Australian cricket if we can do the little things right. But we have to take it by first ball, first hour, first session. There's no point looking too far ahead. The game can move quickly in the subcontinent, but all our batters left in the shed definitely have all my full support behind them. So we've got some talented batters there, so hopefully they can work the backside off. Yeah, I was at point, so I was a little bit blocked by Hafiz, but it's one of those ones that can change the game. But I just loved the way he told me that he went with the catch without realising it hit him before he moved. So it's one of those things where it just happens that you don't train for those. So sorry, Marnus, but you don't train for them. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, he'll come here and tell you that he knew what he was doing, but it hit him fair in the groin and it just got stuck between his legs. So Mohammed Hafiz is very unlucky. No, it's just about having that self-belief and having support around you, family and friends, and you know who your mates are when you're going through the tough times. I went through a tough time about 24 months ago now, and I found out my real support there, and it's about just going back to your basics and try and be the best version of yourself that you possibly can be. I've always said in my career that every day I'd go out the train, I want to get better. That's the reason why I love this game. There's always improving. You can always improve in some area in this game. So I've got a lot of improving to do. I'm not thinking about retiring, to be honest. Mate, I would not have a clue. I would not have a clue. It's just about going out and getting better each and every day. The day I stop trying to get better, that's the day I'll give up. But as I said, I've got a lot of improving to do in all areas of cricket. So I'm definitely not preparing a retirement speech. In the backyard cricket, used to do it all the time against my brother, but to be honest, I can't remember. To be honest, yeah, I think that's part of it. I think when we talk about building pressure, and being able to cope under pressure, that's one example. But to be honest, without blowing my own trumpet, that's a pretty good off-spinning ball. To actually do a guy in the air, but also spin it through the gate and hit the top of the stumps. That's what I personally believe in. That's my view of it. Some people may disagree, but I was pretty happy with it. If you look at that middle session, or even 10 minutes before lunch, when they were 5 for 50, I think this is off my personal view. I think we just may have sat back and thought it will just happen. But it's Test cricket for a reason. You're playing international. You're playing against some of the best guys in the world, and they're not just going to roll over. So I think it's a good little learning curve for Australian cricket side, especially young Australian cricket side, that you can never take your foot off the throat in Test cricket. There's always someone who's going to put up a fight. So I think if you take your foot off, you can see that those partnerships build up. But then again, you've got to give credit where credit's due. I think the way they played around and rotated the strike and wouldn't let one bowler bowl to one batter for a long period of time was a perfect way to approach that area. And where do I see the game? Obviously, it's not ideal losing 2 wickets with 20 minutes to go, but no one means to get out. Aussie played an unbelievable knock last week. To get caught down leg side, no one will ever like that. But and Sid, to be honest, Sid's did his job. He got through the night. I got through the last ball and got out, unfortunately. But then again, you've got to give credit to where credit's due. Abbas bowled very well. He's a world-class bowler, and he's only new to Test cricket really. So you've got to respect these guys, and hats off to them. They outplayed us in that last 20 minutes, but now it's about us going out the next morning and winning the first ball, the first hour, the first session, and just doing the basics better than what we have in the past.